Hi there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by today. My name's Mr. Bennett, and I am reading today at the Lakewood location of For Heaven's Sake. I do psychic tarot readings, plus I do Reiki sessions and mediumship readings. And so reading prices for me are 30 minutes for $100, 45 minutes for $150, or 1 hour for $200. Reiki sessions are $112, and they last anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, just depending. I let the Reiki tell me when we are complete. Lots of other good reasons to come on down to the store. Come on down and check us out. There's really fantastic energy here. All of your ceremonial and smudging supplies are here. Incense, all kinds of different crystal spheres and crystals in general. Jewelry, wind chimes, sun catchers, singing bowls, runes, tarot cards, oracle cards, pendulums, greeting cards, books, all kinds of good things down here. So come on down, enjoy the energy. Eliza's here today. She knows everything there is to know about stones. I love working with Eliza. I always learn something new whenever I'm hanging out with her while she's working. So good morning, good morning, good morning to all of you who have come in while I'm just rambling away here. Glad to see you here this morning. Happy Wednesday. I've kind of got a new format that I think I'm going to stick with. I like it. I'm just going to read for whoever says hi. I'll just pull a few cards and we'll talk about whatever it is Spirit wants to talk about to you. So you don't have to ask a question. We're just going to see what comes up for you. Okay? Let's start at the start. Shauna Derby, good morning, good morning. Carol Pineda, good morning. First of all, let's read for Shauna. Shauna, we're going to look at what kind of situation Spirit would like to talk to you about. And then after that, we'll look at best advice for that situation from Spirit. So Shauna, the situation that we're talking about today. What do we have? What do we have? What do we have? Okay, so Shauna, we have a situation here with the 5 of spirals in reverse, along with the Justice card in reverse, where you were, there were some people who were competing with you for something. Only, I'm using the term competing loosely because the way this shows me is that you were by far and above the best for whatever this was that you were competing for. Nobody else actually held a candle to you in this situation. However, whoever made the choice about who was to be selected out of these people that were competing, including yourself, made an unfair choice. And this choice does influence your life. It makes an impact on your life. And so this choice was not made fairly. Well, since I can see that you were far and above the best qualified or the best person for whatever this was, the idea that this choice was not made in a fair way says that somebody else got whatever this position or situation is, even though they really weren't the most qualified or the best qualified or the best fit, best candidate. That's the word I want to use, the best candidate for it. So let's look at best advice for you, Ms. Shauna. And I'm just going to read for everybody who comes in the room in the order that you guys greet me until I run out of time. Okay? And if I don't get to you, well then, maybe that's a sign that you're supposed to schedule a reading with me today here at the Lakewood store. Maybe it's not, but maybe it is. All right, let's see here. I know, I'm obnoxious. Shauna, advice. Advice. All right, Shauna. La, da, 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 da. Look at you. Okay, so Shauna, here's what you've got. You've got the 4 of Scrolls showing up in reverse. You've got the Minstrel. And you have the 3 of Mirrors for your advice. Okay? So, what is this saying? Here's the thing, Miss Shauna. You've been kind of taking a break. You haven't been doing everything that you normally would like to be doing. You've been sort of backing off. Just taking a break. Okay? It's time to stop. It's time to stop holding yourself back from your full potential, it's time to start doing all of those things that you really want to do, that you're really good at, that you know that you can be helpful with, okay? That's this card, all right? Next piece of advice with our minstrel, it's time for you to take your finances in your own hands. It's time for you to take charge of things and to stop leaving your finances up to other people and other people's choices. It's time for you to become much more proactive about your financial situation. And with the Three of Mirrors, this tells me that you have a great support network around you, and this is a really great time to tap into that support network as you're taking control of your own finances. Okay? All right, so Ms. Shauna, that's what we have for you. I hope you find that helpful. Carol, good morning, my dear. Love the purple hearts. People who are empathic typically tend to lean towards purple. Did you know that? Okay, Carol, let's look at what Spirit would like to talk to you about today. Carol, Carol, Carol. You're quite welcome, Miss Shauna. Carol, Carol, Carol. By the way, for those of you who are interested in what deck I'm using, this is called the Chrysalis Tarot, or the Chrysalis Tarot, Chrysalis. I'm not really sure how you pronounce that word. I think I've looked it up, but I've done forgot. Just have to watch me with stuff like that, I guess. Got to keep an eye on me. Make sure I don't get out of bounds. All right, what do we have here? Carol. Carol, 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 Carol. Woof, 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 woof. Carol, Seven of Stones showing up here in reverse for you as your situation. And King of Spirals, or the Companion, also showing up in reverse. Here's the situation, Miss Carol. You have some things that you need to heal up from emotionally and mentally, okay? Everybody does. I mean, we just kind of pick those things up as we go through life. That's not a judgment or an indictment of any kind. Here's what's really frustrating me when I look at these cards for you, my dear, is this Companion showing up in reverse. This is somebody who is keeping you from finding that healing, holding you back from finding that healing. And they're holding you back from finding that healing because they have control issues and they feel like they have to control you all the time for life to be okay for them. And the things that they are doing to control you are not things that are helping you to get more healthy mentally and emotionally. Okay? So basically, you've got somebody that's holding you back. I heard it said really well yesterday in a video I was watching by Mental Healness on YouTube. Talks about, you know, you're trying to heal, you're trying to get up out of the water and not drown in whatever it is that you've got going on. And you've got somebody that keeps pushing your head underwater. Not helpful. Let's see what your advice is. Best advice from Miss Carol. I was afraid of that. Okay, so I'm going to deal with the card I don't like first, and then we're going to talk about the other cards, okay? But I am going to show them to you in the order that they showed up, because the card I don't like is sandwiched in the middle of the other ones that I like much better. So we start with the Ten of Mirrors. In the middle is the Green Man in reverse. I like him right side up, just not in reverse. And then we've got the Nine of Mirrors. Okay, so starting with this middle card first, what you need to know and be aware of, and maybe you already are, and so maybe you're already sort of on the right track here, is that this person that is sort of holding your head underwater or not allowing you to heal because of their control issues is somebody who has strong narcissistic tendencies, or is maybe even a narcissist, but somebody who at least has strong narcissistic tendencies, okay? So, if you have not researched what that means, I would say research it. Research the heck out of it so you know what you're dealing with here. And you know, when this person starts to assign blame to you, where the blame really goes, okay? Now, and you also understand why they're doing that, which helps, I think. There's a really great channel on YouTube. I don't know this guy personally, but he is diagnosed narcissistic personality disorder. He's been in therapy for almost 4 years, and he has a YouTube channel where he does a lot of things from that perspective, and it provides a lot of insight for people who are dealing with somebody like that. I would say definitely take a peek at that and see what you can learn from that. I think it'll help you a lot. That channel is called Mental Healness. Okay, so let's look at these other two cards though. All right, so the Ten of Mirrors. This talks about find your happiness, focus on the things that make you happy, and incorporate them into your life more. And why do we do that? We do that because that helps us to self-care, to self-nourish, to replenish. It also helps our self-esteem when we do this, okay? So that's our first bit of advice. Second bit, I already covered. Be aware that the person you're dealing with is a narcissist. Figure out what that actually means and how it impacts you. You know, it's time to do homework here, all right? And then the last card, Nine of, what do they call that in this deck? Nine of Mirrors. So this says, learn to find your own satisfaction in the things that you do. For me, the Nine of Mirrors talks about having experiences that make us feel satisfied and fulfilled. Okay? So like for me, doing a reading where somebody comes to me and they're really lost and confused, not knowing what direction to go, and not even knowing which side is up and which side is down, and they come to me for a reading for some clarity and some insight, and they come away feeling better and feeling like they have a more clear idea about what's going on around them and what direction they want to go. That's very fulfilling for me. That's very satisfying for me. So that's an example. But find things that make you feel fulfilled, that make you feel satisfied. Basically, that make you feel like you're making a difference in the world. And start incorporating more of those in your life as well. So, incorporate more happiness in your everyday life. Incorporate more things that allow you to have a sense of fulfillment in your everyday life. And be aware that this person that is holding you back from healing because of their own control issues has a pretty major problem themselves. That they have some narcissistic traits going on there, or maybe they're full-blown. Either way, they've got some pretty big issues. And those issues, the closer you are to this person, the more they impact you. So you want to do your homework on that and be aware. Okay? That is for Miss Carol. Let's see who's up next. Who's up next? Judy Fletcher. I almost called you Jody. Welcome, welcome. Good morning. Carla, welcome. Glad to see you here. Sarah Lynn Semitas Dubal. Hello, hello. Oh, you're not even going to say good morning to me? You're just going to ask for a card? That's like coming into my house and kicking your feet up on the coffee table and telling me that you want me to serve you dinner. Before you say hi, how you doing? Judy Fletcher. What does Spirit want to talk to you about today? Judy Fletcher. Judy Fletcher. Judy Fletcher. What do you want to say? All right, Miss Judy, here we go. Okay, honey. Okay, so first card that we have coming up is the Queen of Scrolls, and I really feel like this is talking about you yourself, that you're somebody who has a very sunshiny, positive personality, that you like to help other people see the silver lining in situations. You like to make people laugh and have fun. I think that you're very self-sufficient and independent in a whole lot of ways in your life. And the rest of your situation here is you have the Three of Stones in reverse. And what I'm picking up on this is that people expect you to be collaborating with them all the time. People just want you to be collaborating with them. But we already see by your personality here that you're naturally more independent. You're happiest whenever you're doing your own thing. You don't mind collaborating, but I don't think you want to be doing it all the time. I think it makes you feel kind of stifled. Okay? Let's look at best advice. Best advice. I feel like there may be some kind of like tug of war, push-pull type thing going on between you and somebody else, or maybe even more than one somebody else, but definitely at least one person, where they want you to collaborate with them more and you want more time to do your own thing. And I feel like this is this isn't a new thing. I don't feel like this is a new thing for you. Okay? Alright, so Judy, best advice for you. Let's see what we can make out of this. All right, so here's the thing. Your best advice, you've got the Dreamer showing up. You've got the Six of Mirrors showing up. And you have Temperance showing up as your advice. La da 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 da. I want to find out something before I start talking. There's a couple of ways that this could go. All right. Okay. Of course, now I have another question. Okay. All right, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. I think this person that wants you to be paying attention to them all the time and collaborating with them all the time, maybe you don't even know this, but with this Six of Mirrors showing up, this is a child. This is a child. Knight of Mirrors. This is a child who just loves you. They just adore you. You're on a pedestal to this child. Okay? And so it's good to know, Spirit's kind of giving you the heads up, this kid really loves you. Okay? And the advice that actually comes out of this is that it's important to work on finding that balance. So this isn't saying just be with this person and give all this time and attention to this person that they want, but it's also not saying that's just ridiculous, don't do that. What it's saying is you have to find the balance, the happy balance, where you can do the things that you need to do and accomplish what you need to accomplish, where you can also find the time to care for and nurture this child emotionally in the way that they need as well. And I feel like part of that is also helping this child to find a way to feel secure in the fact that you love them as much as they love you, even if you're not right there glued to their side. So it's all about building this child's security to know that he or she is loved, probably a he, And it's about finding that balance and figuring out, you know, how can you have a scheduled amount of time with this person that they can count on and expect, and also have time to do the things that you need to do. So you may be a single mom that's just out there hustling and working and not really knowing where you're going to find hours in the day to spend emotional time with a little one. And so that could be really challenging. And that looks like if it's not exactly that, that looks pretty close to the challenge that you're facing right now. Okay. All right. So I think that I have been here about 20 minutes. So it's time for me to take off, everybody. If I didn't get to you and you guys would like to have a reading, come on down to Lakewood. I also do phone readings as well if you can't come on into the store. So come on down to Lakewood and check it out, though, if you can. Great energy down here. Eliza's here, and she knows all there is to know about just about any stone you can imagine, or crystal. All kinds of great supplies for ceremony and smudging and fortune telling and all kinds of good stuff here. So come on down. The energy is great. And if you want a reading from me, well, then that's bonus as far as I'm concerned. But readings with me are 30 minutes for $100, 45 for $150, and 60 minutes for $200. And I would be happy to be of assistance to you. Everyone have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys back on the next video. Peace out.